Yeah, guess what? I bought a mic, and now I hope the audio quality is a bit better. Today I will be talking about the things which I did during my IELTS prep, specifically for my speaking. So first of all, I have recorded tons of stuff, like all types of questions, all types of topics, and as a result, like by recording a lot, I actually gained the experience for idea generation. I actually could generate ideas in terms of any type of questions because I just practiced a lot, and people ask me a lot that how do you do idea generation. So basically there's a technique. For example, let me search a question for you guys, a part one question. Okay, so I have a question which is a very common question in part one, like part one of the IELTS speaking. Do you like reading? First of all, you have to answer in either affirmative or negative for the question itself. For example, they are asking you, do you like reading? You have to tell either you like reading or I don't like reading. You can say like that. Yes, I do like reading a lot. Or you can say more expressively. Yeah, I feel over the moon while reading a book because I get into the stories or characters so much that my time goes out effortlessly. Okay, and yeah, then you can tell about the reason why do you like reading. As a reason for loving to read, you can say anything. For example, you can say that I like to read stories a lot because they induce a lot of emotion in me. And the second thing you can say is that I often read articles or science-related journals, or research paper to actually gain some knowledge. Blah blah blah. You have to include a reason within one or two sentences. Okay, and then you can include an example. But I think in part one you can exclude that if your answer is becoming too much lengthy. But if you think you can't add length in your answer for at least 25 to 30 seconds, then yeah, you should definitely go for giving examples so that your answer is a bit prolonged. Another technique for practicing idea generation is grab any object in front of you. For example, on my table, I can see there's a bangle. Wait, let me show you. This is a bangle. Say for example you don't know what it's called in English, and you just grabbed it, and now you have to describe how it looks or describe the structure of it. So you don't know about it much, so go to ChatGPT again. So basically I took a picture of this bangle and then told ChatGPT this, what's this type of bangle called in English and how can I describe its structure. So yeah, you can see the description it has given me. Like you can learn a lot of words from here. For example, in the first description, see the first line. It is a wide silver-colored cuff bracelet with an open-ended structure. Open-ended structure means it's open on one side, and on the other side it's not. So that's why it's called an open-ended structure. And then the surface is decorated with intricate. Intricate means very detailed. Intricate floral and geometric engravings. Engravings means in Bengali we say je chap boshaise othoba, you know what I mean. Engravings, giving it a traditional and ornamental appearance. This bracelet is quite rigid and has a blah 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 blah. So you can notice how much of complex wordings are used over here. You can learn a lot of things from here, and after learning about this bangle, you can describe it yourself in front of the mirror or in front of the mobile, just recording yourself like me. Another thing you can do for practicing is shadowing. Shadowing is basically mimicry. Another way of practicing is attempting mock tests. Now you can't always spend money on mock tests, so you gotta explore some free websites as well. You can, two of them are Small Talk to Me, and another one is Speaking Mock Test, free online speaking mock test, I think. In those two websites I used to regularly attempt for a speaking mock test. They used to give me a band score, and I used to get demotivated from that because in every single test taken from the AI website, I got either 6.5 or 7. So it was really disappointing for me, and from that stubbornness, I improved myself every day, and as a result I got a 7.5 in the main exam. But yeah, I expected more. I actually expected to get an 8 because during the main exam I was so confident. It was the best test of my life, and the examiner, she was so friendly, and I would recommend you registering for your IELTS through British Council. I don't know if it affects the examinees for doing registration through different organizations like British Council or IDB, whatever. But from my personal experience, I think the British Council people are far more professional, and the examiners are British, mostly. I don't know. Maybe you get an advantage. They're less judgy, I think, and they're very friendly. Like the whole time during my speaking test and the main exam, she was smiling at me, and I felt like it was a very friendly conversation between two friends. Yeah, this is how I basically practiced during my whole IELTS preparation. I did nothing else. I practiced the questions, the topics from Cambridge book, the books that were given to me by Hexas, and from different online resources as well.